Hello and welcome back to my channel, Craft Time by Casey. I am Casey, and today these are the quick, easy right angle weave holiday bracelets that I will be making. Most of the beads came from the dollar bead box and the dollar bead bag for the month of November 2023. And if you are interested in the dollar bead box, I will have all the information in the description box below. I definitely encourage you to go check them out. And when you do, you want to use my code. That code is CRAFT2. And that code will get you $2 off your first month of a multi-month subscription. So if you would like to see how these bracelets came about, then stay tuned. All right, let's get right into it. I'm going to start with the tools that I will be using. I have one set of cutters, one size 10 beading needle, and I will be using my Thread Zap 2. And I want to briefly mention my tool set. It is the Casual Comfort tool set. And like the name suggests, these tools are incredibly comfortable to use. The biggest thing for me is the size. They just seem to be made for adult size hands. A lot of times, for whatever reason, jewelry making tools will be made quite a bit smaller like this. You can see the handles are quite a bit smaller as well. I just really prefer these tools, and honestly, at this point, I can't imagine using anything else. So I'll have these tools linked down below, along with everything else I use in the video that did not come from the bead box. I am also using 8-pound Fireline in the color Smoke, which is this black color. And I always get the 125 yards just because I go through it so quickly. I've already threaded this needle with about 4 feet of thread. And I have already made 2 of these holiday bracelets. And here is the first one. For this one, I used the 3mm fire polish beads, and for my own stash, I used these 3mm pearls. Just a very simple right angle weave holiday bracelet, and of course, magnet clasp. And here is the other one, and this is the one that we'll be making together. Here is what it looks like. The only color here that did not come from the bead box are the 4mm green pearls. The other 3, the white, the red, and the gold, came from the bead box. And also magnet clasp. And I also have some 11-0 seed beads in white and red. And this time I am using a gold magnet clasp. So here are the first 4 to start. I have 2 of the 4mm Drook round in red, 1 fire polished, and then 1 more of the red one. I'm going to pull it down to the bottom, and you only need to leave enough thread to make a knot. I'm going to go through all 4, just like that. Pull it all the way through. And here we have the tail and the active thread, and I'm going to tie it in a knot. Just a basic over-under knot like we're tying our shoes. And one more time. And I'm going to take that tail, go in with my cutters, and I'm going to take my Thread Zap, push that button, and when it heats up, I'm going to go in and melt down that little nub, just like that. So here's what it should look like, and right now I am coming right out of where we made the knot. So I am going to go through that 4mm round on the end, and we're going to go ahead and put on this end of the clasp before we make our way down. All right, so I'm coming out of that 4mm on the end. And I pick up 3 of the red 11-0s, 1 gold fire polish, and 1 more 11-0. Push it down. I'm going to go through one end of the magnet clasp, and then I'm going to go through just the 11-0 at the top and the fire polished and pull it through. Then I pick up 3 more 11-0s and go through the opposite end of that 4mm on the end. All right, and it should look like this. I'm going to pick up 1 more 11-0 and go all the way back through the clasp. Pick up 1 more 11-0, go back through, just like that. All right, and what you should have should look like this. And I'm going to go around the clasp 1 more time. I think it's pretty secure going around twice, but I'm going to do a 3rd time just to make it really strong. All right, so I've gone around a third time and I'm now coming out of that 11-0. I'm gonna go through the 4mm on the end, and now I'm gonna start working my way through the bracelet. So I'm gonna go forward and through the white on the end. And here is where it starts to get repetitive, so we'll do a few together. Every time you pick a color up, it's going to be the same color on the outside and the next color on the inside. So right now the color we have at the end is white. So I picked up a white, green, white right here. I'm gonna go through the opposite end, just like that. And I'm gonna go around again, make it secure, go back down around the white, and then back up until you're coming out the green, just like that. All right, so now we have green. And once again, to add a color, you have that color on the outside, which is green, and the next color is on the inside, which is gold. And then we go through the opposite side of the bead, just like that. And go all the way around. So here's what we have so far. I'll add one more together. All right, so as you can see again, gold is on the end right there. So I have gold on either side and red. So we're going back to that first color, just like this. There you go, and go all the way around to secure it. All right, just like that. And I'm gonna continue in this pattern until I get the length that I want. And what I usually go for the beads is about 6.5 inches for just the beads. And that way it accounts for about an inch or so when I do a magnet clasp. So we will meet back up when we have the desired length. All right, so here it is. And like I said, when I do just the beads from this white bead here on the end to the red bead in here, it's right at about 6.5 inches, just under. And of course that allows for about an inch of clasp on either side. And now I am coming out of the white one there on the end. And here's how I'm gonna add a clasp to this side. So I pick up 3 11-0s, one of the 4mm fire polished and another 11-0. And I'm gonna push it down and go through the other side of the magnet clasp. And I'm gonna go through just the 11-0 and the fire polished and pull it all the way through, just like that. And I pick up 3 more 11-0s and go through the fire polished one at the end, just like that. And I pick up 1 more 11-0 and go all the way through the clasp again. All right, and I'm coming out of this 11-0 right here. I'm picking up 1 more and going back through. And just like the other side, I think this would be plenty strong enough, but I'm gonna go through 1 more time just to add some extra strength. All right, I've made my way around and now I'm coming out right here. I'm gonna go through this fire polish here at the end and then go down. And really you can make your knot at any point, but I'm gonna go down 1 more. So right here, I'm gonna go through the middle till I create a loop, go through the loop, and make sure it's in the right spot, pull it nice and snug. Go 1 more time to make a knot, nice and snug. Now I'm gonna take my cutters and my thread zap, push the button, and then once it heats up, I'm gonna melt that down, just like that. And here it is with the magnet clasp. So now I'm gonna set these up on the display so we can see them all better. All right, so here they are, and I really enjoy them. I think they are super cute, very festive, and they were quite easy to make. Once again, if you are interested in the dollar bead box or the dollar bead bag, or like me, you're interested in both, I will have all the information in the description box below. I definitely encourage you to go check them out. And when you do, you want to use my code. That code is CRAFT2. And that code will get you $2 off your first month of a multi-month subscription. So if you like this video and you want to see other videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and give me a like. leave a comment. I absolutely love reading my comments. You guys are so kind, and I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.